This is how I structured my English Lit A-level notes and flashcards to get an A* in the real exam. So for the texts, I made these things called master booklets or summary documents. For example, here's my Othello one. The first thing I did was I went through the mark scheme for basically every question that has come up, and I split this into each assessment objective. So this page is AO4, this one is AO5, this one AO3, AO2. And I basically found key themes, for example, Iago's victims, Othello's background and otherness, Desdemona's innocent tragic victims, kind of themes I thought could come up again, worded in a different style of question. And I literally copied down the really good sentences to go underneath. I didn't memorise these or anything, but they were really good to kind of get an idea of what the exam board is looking for, things that the exam board has picked out before that you can kind of reword and reshape into different essay questions that follow similar themes. For every single text, I had a summary. So, for example, this is Act 1, we have scene 1, 2, 3. This has got quotes, analysis, and kind of what happens in each scene. And then on the page, I put the themes in that act as well. As you can see, I did that for every act. I then did character profiles. For example, this is Othello. I used physics and maths tutor for this. So it says, who is he, how does he change, and then themes within his character. And I did that for, as you can see, Desdemona. Then I did the themes, again using physics and maths tutor, theme of jealousy, theme of love. And then I did my critics here with themes. My Othello one was definitely the most thought out. This is just my atonement one. It is basically just a summary. I did not do the character profiles because this was for paper 2, so I didn't have as much time. But as you can see, I literally split it into chapter and I put summary and quotes. And I would have the summary with quotes within the summary, and then I also had a quotes and analysis section with exact quotes with analysis that my teacher had given me. As you can see, I did this for all of atonement, and this was literally all I revised off for atonement. So not every single master booklet was as complicated as the Othello one. That is just because I had more time because it's paper 1. But this still kind of goes through the same kind of things. It's just not split into themes and characters in the same way. But it's still got that summary and analysis and quotes within, with obviously themes intertwined. As you can see, this is another one for Keats, which was another paper 1. I've got aspects of tragedy. That is from the exam board website, loss of identity. So these were themes. And then I've got my AOs, again, set out a bit differently, but it's still the assessment objectives with the different themes. And then I have summaries again. From those summaries or booklets, I kind of condensed them down into flashcards, and that was actually the only 2 kind of resources I used for English Lit, was those summaries and then the condensed version on the flashcards. Okay, so this is how I'd set out a typical flashcard. I would reword my question in my own words so that when making the flashcards, it's active revision, not just passive revision. So I would get the quote and then I'd make a question that I think fits the quote. I'd then put the act and the scene and then a short analysis. Some short quotes which I didn't have analysis for in the same way, I just put like that. Even like this, just even being able to have metaphor there and always remembering that this quote comes in this act and scene and it is a metaphor. Here again, I'm making sure that I have techniques in there, dramatic irony, oxymoronic image, as well as analysis. I'll make a further video about how exactly I revised from these flashcards and summary booklets, but those are all the resources I used.